Hello, welcome to Storytime and Crafternoon. I'm Karen Manus, Director of Children's Ministries at Sunrise United Methodist Church. We're starting a new series, and I want us to focus on this now and really all year long. I want us to think about how we can serve God, how we can put God first this new year. And one way we can do that is we can pray to God. We can pray, we can read our Bible, we can practice listening to God, trying to hear what He is telling us to do and make good decisions. And I really love this book. I think you're going to love it too. It's called Peter's Perfect Prayer Place, written by Stephen Kendrick and Alex Kendrick, and illustrated by Daniel Fernandez. My mommy's in her prayer room where she loves to talk with God. She likes to pray for everything, for me and Dad and Todd. She thanks God for the good things that I am doing right, like how I'm learning to obey and ate all my beans last night. I wish I had a special place where I could go pray too. The perfect place. Where should I go? I just don't know. Do you? Maybe in the kitchen where my mommy goes to cook. I need somewhere to talk with God. Will you come help me look? Take a peek at what I see. I think I might have found it. Beneath the stove there is a space with lots of pots around it. I'll sneak right in the middle with a snack and drink each day and talk to God while I'm inside. Can this be where I pray? Oh no, these pans are clanging and way too loud already. What if Mommy needs these pots to make soup or spaghetti? How will I pray when Mommy cooks? It's not where I should be. And what if the kitchen starts to smell like fish or broccoli? Yippee! In here is better. This tent is just my size. When I pray, I'll wear my helmet to protect me from bad guys. But I can't find the light switch, and Todd looks dark and gray. Does God still hear me in the dark? Whose bright idea was this anyway? My backyard is much better. I can see and breathe fresh air. Can God watch me while I swing and hear my every prayer? But it's really busy out here. Lots of noises in this world. I might not pray much in this swing. Hey, look, there goes a squirrel. Or maybe that's my special place, to pray there on that limb. I'll climb up higher, close to God, and sing a song to Him. But I don't want to slip up there. I'll stay on the ground instead. I'm really not afraid of heights, just of falling on my head. Back in my bed's the place to pray. It's safe and not too high, and I can talk to God while under cover like a spy. My pillow's soft, it's not too loud, and yawn. My sheets are warm. This is where I'll talk to God about my, zzz. 1 hour later. Hey, what happened? Where am I? I think I fell asleep. I wanted to be praying, but instead I counted sheep. Inside, outside, underneath. Just where will God be near me? How do I find the perfect place where He will really hear me? Then Daddy says, it's great to pray and have a favorite place, like kneeling by your bed or another quiet space. But God can see and hear you, son, no matter where you pray. You can talk to him from anywhere at any time of day. Wow, God, I didn't know that you hear me all the time. With such a perfect God like you, each place I pray is fine. I think I'll pray here in my room, though you're with me when I leave, 'cause where I am is where you are, and that's the perfect place for me. You are aware of all my ways before a word is on my tongue. You know all about it, Lord. That's from Psalm 139, verses 3 and 4. We also have the Bible verse from Mark chapter 10, verses 14. Let the little children come to me. Don't stop them, for the kingdom of God belongs to such as these. So you may recall that last week we started sending cards out because as we go into 2021, I want us to think about how we can help others and show the love of God to others. And ultimately, that helps us to get closer to God as well. And there's this one lady who was especially touched. She was just overwhelmed with joy and so excited when she got just one card. And so I thought we would do something special and have kind of like a card shower for her. So everyone is going to be sending her a card this week. So I've already got the address and the stamp on here. I haven't colored this one in quite yet, but I'm going to ask you to color this with your markers. It's got a Bible verse on the inside, and write a nice little note, something just to let her know that you're thinking about her, you're praying for her, and you want her to feel special and feel loved. And I think she's just going to be overwhelmed with so much joy. The next thing that we're going to make is this cross. And this cross isn't just something that we're making because it's something to look at, but it actually has a purpose. So you're going to notice that there's something here, and it looks a little bit like this. It's in your packet. And what you're going to do is you're just going to, I've pre-folded this so all the pieces should go together quite easily. So all you're going to do is just take these sides of the cross and put these together, these two arms of the cross. It's going to make a 3D cross that's empty on the inside so it holds these pieces of paper. And I was telling you that this isn't just a decoration, it has a purpose, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. So notice how I'm just folding together the sides of the cross so that it makes something that looks kind of like this. And you also have some strips of paper, some different colorful strips of paper. And I'm going to ask that on these strips of paper, write someone in your life, write their name on these pieces of paper before you get started. And there should be about 7 pieces of paper. And you'll notice it takes about 7 pieces of paper to fill this up. Once you've written someone's name on it, you're just going to kind of roll it up, kind of like a little mini scroll, if you will. And once you have it rolled up, you're just going to place it here in your cross. And you're going to keep doing that with all of your different pieces of paper. And what I want you to do is you write the name on each piece of paper, and right before you make your like mini scroll and place it in your cross, I want you to say a prayer for that person. And of course, you could do this activity as many times as you want. You could take all the pieces out and then take each piece of colored paper out and look at the name and pray for that person again. And so as you're adding these pieces of paper, I want you to say a special prayer for all these people that are in your lives. So another thing that you're going to notice is that you have this little cup here, and you also have these colorful popsicle sticks. And so we're focusing on doing kind things for others and praying for others. Praying for someone is the kindest thing that we can possibly do for someone. It's the most powerful thing that we can do. And there are different kinds of prayer. When we made this cross with the scrolls of paper in it, that was a kind of prayer for people that are in your life, the people that are close to you, maybe family members and friends. But on these, I'm going to ask that you do something a little different because there's different kinds of prayer. I want you to take a few moments and write some big ideas of things that you can pray for. And there should be 7 of these, just like there were 7 scrolls of paper that you added into your cross. And some of the things you may think about as you're filling these out are teachers who are often teaching online right now, or healthcare workers, people that are waiting for the vaccine, people that are suffering from the coronavirus, people that maybe are hungry or don't have jobs. I want you to write these different big ideas on your popsicle sticks, and then you put them in your vase here. And each day, I want you to pull out a different prayer request. And as you're praying that day, I want you to pray for that big idea, as well as the people in your life that you made the cross for as well. The next thing you're going to notice is this worksheet here. And this worksheet is on the Bible verses that we are studying this Sunday that Pastor John Michael will be preaching on. So take a moment to read through the Bible verses and also to finish your worksheet. I hope you enjoyed this book and the crafts and activities just as much as I did, and I will see you again next week for Storytime and Crafternoon.